Hello once again, swimming people. Here's my problem. My problem is that every year when the Winter Junior Championships rolls around, I say to myself, hey Coleman, this year it's not going to be that fast. We aren't going to see anything earth-shattering, mind-blowing, or historic in terms of all-time performances and or the budding of a rivalry that could last for the next decade and define swimming in the modern Olympic era. No, I don't say that to myself. I say, you know what, Winter Juniors is going to be pretty fast. We might see a couple nags, but no one's really going to care. I'm not going to pay that much attention to it.
Great Enoch of Carmel Swim Club, not trying to be outdone, but check out a 132.46, leading off with an unofficial nag record.
Williamson by about 12 yards on the leadoff leg, throws down a 132 flat for a 17-18 national age group record.
So let's talk about what we saw on the first night of these Speedo Winter Junior Championships. We started in the East, Columbus, Ohio, where 16-year-old Thomas Heilman splits 19-8 in the 50 fly, doesn't even win the event because Nashville Aquatic Club also put together a gaggle of ragtag teenagers who went really fast, ended up beating Cavalier Aquatics by just 1/10 of a second, setting a national age group record. Props to Nashville, but I can't say I was super surprised. We all knew Thomas Heilman was going to swim really fast. 19.8 50 fly, obviously that is worthy of any NCAA college team, but we already knew this about Heilman. Wasn't necessarily new information, but go him. Minutes later, he's back in the pool and leads off Cavalier Aquatics' 800 free relay in 132.46. I didn't stutter. You didn't hear me wrong. 132.46, crushing Maximus Williamson's 15-16 national age group record, which was 133.0. He annihilates his best time, which was 134.1, basically does it all on the front end, goes out in a blistering 21.2, a blistering 44.5, and then essentially splits the same thing that Maximus split on his second 100 and that Heilman split on his second 100 of his PB. He just goes a second and a half faster than his PB and a half second faster than Maximus because this dude has raw speed and the endurance to bring it home in a 47.8. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Let's go to the West in Chicago, Illinois, where one Maximus Williamson is competing. He leads off Lakeside Aquatics 200 medley relay in 21.96, a very fast 50 backstroke in its own right, helps them win the title there, then minutes later leads off his 800 free relay. Now, I am so curious to find out if Maximus knew that Heilman had broken his national age group record just 30 minutes before his swim. For fun, let's just assume he did know. His coaches had checked swam, they'd seen the results, they said, hey Maximus, just so you know, Thomas Heilman just broke your national age group record, went 132.4. Little fuel for the fire, buddy. There you go. It's all yours. Go swim your tuner free. Have fun. Maybe, I don't know, break a record, go best time. Who's to say? Maximus gets up on those blocks, fueled by the fire that Thomas Heilman now owns the 15-16 national age group record and says, hey, you know what? I'm 17 years old now. I can't re-break that national age group record because I'm 17 now. But you know what I can do? Break the 17-18 national age group record and go faster than Thomas did, which is what he did. 132.00. New 17-18 national age group record takes nearly 2/10 off of Maxime Rooney's legendary mark that was set in 2017 at the SEC Championships. While Maxime Rooney was a freshman at Florida, he had already had a year of college training under his belt. Maximus Williamson, on the other hand, just turned 17 this year, has a semester of high school training under his belt during his junior year of high school. That's right. He is a full 2.5 years behind in school where Maxime Rooney was when he broke this mark. Maximus said to Thomas, in my mind, oh, you think you can go out fast? Hold my drink. Goes out in 21.03, then splits 23.2, 23.6, and 24.0. I love this swim because he outsplit Thomas on every single 50 by just a little bit. He said, listen, I'm just a little bit better than you on every single 50. Again, this is in my head. This is not a direct quote from Maximus Williamson. These are now by far the two fastest high schoolers in history in the 200 freestyle. What I love even more about this These guys are going to be teammates in 2 years. They both just made history by committing to Virginia for their college careers, meaning they want to swim together. They want to train together. They want to push each other every single day in practice, because this is what them not training together looks like. They're already motivated just by the fact that they get to train together. They are already pushing each other from across the country, well, from Columbus, Ohio to Chicago, Illinois. So what happens when we get to see them training together every day and racing together at every single dual meet? If we can't have Heilman and Williamson at the same meet, we can have them competing with one another from opposite ends of the Midwest, going head to head virtually or via, hey, I just saw so-and-so did this time. What are you going to do now? Thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned into SwimSwam for the next 3 days of head-to-head Heilman-Williamson battles, because they're going to overlap in a lot of events, and we might see a lot more fireworks. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you want to stay up to date on all of our SwimSwam video content. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you next time.